Sorry, I was just, you may have heard me there, I was just testing my sound. Didn't look as though it was working there for a second, but it is. Or at least I hope so. Let me know if you can see it with me, and we'll soon find out. Right, who have we got here today? We've got Anna, we've got Thomas, and we've got Kimberly. Hello to you. Oh, that's me. I'm definitely here. We've got Clara, we've got Anita, we've got Sarah and Suze and Glenda. And welcome to you all. So, Thomas, you are stuffed full of roast chicken, parsnips, cabbage, and Yorkshire puddings. Don't expect me to move for the next hour. Oh my goodness. That sounds delish. I'm just going to lift this up a bit. That's it. That's better. Can see the whole of my head now. That sounds delish. Oh, I might have to have some roast chicken tomorrow now you've said that. Oh, I do like me a roast dinner. Can see and hear me. Thank you so much, Anna. Thank you. Good morning, Glenda. It's 6 a.m. and I'm ready to. You're rebuilding Disney Orchestra. What, the big one? 13,000? That's very cool. Yay! And dedication, doing it at 6 a.m. Thank you for being here. And Sybil's here as well. Hello, Sybil. And hello, Angela. And hello to Dexter. Oh, thank you all for being here. I am, of course, back with the Disney Museum puzzle, and I've already put the poll up. There are four portraits left to do. I hope to do them all tonight. But you get to choose which one first. We have Tinkerbell still to do. That's Tinkerbell there. We have Rapunzel still to do. That's Rapunzel there. We have the Jungle Book still to do. That's down here. And we have Dumbo still to do. And he's down there. So I'll leave that out for a little bit while you decide. I think Tinkerbell was winning the last time I looked. Seems like she might still be. So yeah, we will just see how it goes. We'll chat a bit first. Of course, the Disney Museum. You all know what this puzzle looks like. This is the section I'm working on, section B. I've already done section A last year. Gosh, it seems like ages ago. Um, I suppose it was. I've built the whole of the six portals in between that one and this one. But I'm well on my way with all the portraits. Once the portraits are done, I'm probably going to do the lights up at the top, and I have those separated. And what I've also done is separated these. This pile of pieces here are edge pieces from the top of the puzzle, where those lights are. So I've separated those out ready. The rest of the edges are in this one. And these are all the lights pieces. There's got a lot of them. I don't know if I'll get them done today, but they were pretty obvious pieces to pick out. So I'm hopeful that when I have done them, it'll be a pretty complete section of the puzzle. This is the remaining four portraits, all the pieces. We've got Jungle Book there, Tinkerbell there, Rapunzel there, and Dumbo there. And they're all fairly distinct from each other. So I don't think at this point I'm going to have many missorts, or at least I hope not. And I'd say probably Tinkerbell's is the biggest pile, followed by maybe Dumbo's. But that doesn't matter, they will all get done one way or the other. Who else has joined? Claire, hello to you. And yes, Glenda, you are doing the big. So how come you're rebuilding? Are you rebuilding it in sections, or have you mixed it? Let me know. Let me know. Um, it's a lot of hassle making roast for just one person, but I'm always happy when I make the effort. Well, I do know what you mean, but you can always use the leftovers. Like if you roast a whole chicken, that's soup for a couple of days or a chicken curry. Would you do that, Thomas, or do you just eat the whole chicken? Hello, Rose. How are you? And hello, Matt. How are you doing? Right. How's the poll going? Okay, so I think Tinkerbell's still winning, but the percentage number beside her name is going down. I am um Very curious. Okay, so Dumbo's sitting at 32%. That is a close second. Tinkerbell's sitting at 36, Jungle Book 12, and Rapunzel 20% of the vote. So it's between Dumbo and Tinkerbell. But I'll just give it a little bit longer and see. Um, I shall have chicken sandwiches for the next few lunches. Yeah, see, that's good. Have you got stuffing as well? You could have stuffing with your chicken sandwiches. No? Mm. Well, I'm looking forward to getting back to this puzzle. I really have. I'm enjoying it. Even the second time round, I'm enjoying it so much. A little bit nervous about the frames, but not too much. Having done them before, I'm actually less nervous about the frames than I am the floor. And I'm actually kind of worried that the floor is going to be weeks and weeks of live stream puzzling. I really don't want you all to get bored with me building blocks. I might have to do some really thorough sorting, like shape sorting with the floor. I remember when I did it last time, I was able to orient the pieces based on the pattern of the wooden tiles. They're in like a zigzag pattern. And I'm wondering if maybe if I can really do a really thorough sort like that and try and get it done sort of fairly quickly that way. But we'll see. We'll see. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Yes, stuffing, of course. Oh, good, good. That's good. Hello, Cindy. How are you? Food talk already. I need a snack. Blame Thomas. It's Thomas's fault. Talking about roast dinners, chicken and stuffing sandwiches. We're on to now, Cindy. Oh dear. Right. Okay. I think I'm going to have to stop the poll. Tinkerbell is still in the lead, 35%. So I'm going to end it there. We will start with Tinkerbell. There we go. So again, here is Tinkerbell. She's more of a sort of um portrait. She's vertical. And there's a lot of green in the back, sort of greenish blue, which did get a bit mixed up with Ursula up here and to a certain extent with Jasmine. And there's a couple of gaps actually in Jasmine. So it'll be good to find those. The rest of them don't really have gaps apart from around the very edge where the frames are. There's a few gaps here, although these colours I would say are more likely to be perhaps in the wall pieces. I don't know. Might be in the Dumbo pieces. We'll see. I will figure it out. But hopeful that Tinkerbell won't be too bad and that I'll have most of her pieces. So I think what I'm going to do, these are all the ones I did last time. Of course, well, which ones did I do first? I did these three first week, and then literally all of these last week. I had a bit of a real run, and I managed to get loads done. So this is literally all I've done so far. I thought I would get it out just to show you. But I think what I'm going to do, rather than having a big piece of foam board, an A1 piece, because I'm going to be needing an A1 piece for the lights. And I don't want loads and loads of bits of foam board out. I mean, I may transfer them later, but I think for today or for now, I'm going to use a smaller piece of foam board for Tinkerbell and the other portraits. So just pretty much the same plan as usual. Pull them all out, turn them all over, pick out what jumps out at me, and just get building from there. Usually it's the faces and the hair that come together first. Her dress is a fairly distinct green. Um, Her wings, I would think, will stand out as well. Might be that her wing pieces actually, um, might be that some of Jasmine's pieces got mistaken for her wings. It's possible. Um, Ooh, and that's a bit of Ursula, I believe. Yeah, that goes there. Okay, that's good. That's good. So yeah, I'm pulling out skin tones, face, hair, that kind of thing. That might be Ursula too. No, it's not a. No, I don't think it is. Thought it might have been, but it's not. Uh, right, I might separate the wings too. They're fairly obvious. So I'm going to put those up there. It's good I'm doing her first, really, because she's the biggest portrait with the most pieces. It means I've got the whole board to spread the pieces out, and then once her portrait's done, I won't have as much of the board left. But then again, my next few piles will be smaller, if that makes sense. So these are skin tone, these are wings. A bit of jasmine there. Just wherever I find her, I will just plonk them in. This is another reason why it's good to have a smaller board, because it's easier to move out the way when I'm trying to put pieces in underneath. I've been using that technique a wee bit with my downtown puzzle actually, and it comes in quite handy. So I'm not trying to swing A1 boards around. They're just a little on the big and unwieldy side. So that is one advantage to that. Now then, will you go in here? No, you don't. That's fine, that's fine. They really are satisfying to build these portraits. I'm going to put aside the green of her dress as well, those pieces. Um, in some cases, this skin tone, so I'll maybe put those in there. Now then, that looks as though it's jasmine and not. There we are, Tinkerbell. Okay, getting there, getting there. Mm, uh, that looks like jasmine too. Maybe. Maybe not, actually. Maybe it is Tinkerbell. I don't know. It just seemed like the colour was a bit off. It could be her wings, actually. Because her wings do touch the top and the side of the frame. So, yes, that's probably what that is. Some more hair there. Wings, wings, wings. Wing. Hair. And I think that is. Oh, wait, no, there's a few over here. That doesn't look quite right. Does that go in here? No. In fact, that might be no. That might actually be belong to the lights, but I'll put it there for now. It doesn't look, it's not the right colour to be her wings, but we'll see. We shall see what's left over when I'm done. I'm great. On the greens of section 10. Oh, Brill! In wildlife. Yay! Wait, so if it's the greens, do you leave those till last? Does that mean you're almost done? I'm sad it's coming to an end, but also really excited. Yeah, I know the exact feeling. Like, sad it's finishing, but so excited to see it done. I had the exact same feeling. Oh, that's going to be so great. In sections, I'm planning to put my Around the World 42,000 together at some stage and was inspired by your video of wildlife with other puzzles. Ah. So wait, have you done the 42K and you're wanting to put the sections together? And you're thinking of maybe putting other puzzles beside it? It's so awesome. I will do that again at some point in the future. You know, when I've got more puzzles to do it with. Um, it's going to be like imagine the around the world and then wildlife underneath that, and then another huge one under that, and another. Oh, it's going to be so good. An 18K as well. I need to get an 18K down with all of them. Hi, Gustin. I spent all day rearranging my living room. Is this a rearranging for puzzles or some other reason? Um, yes, they'll last always. Yeah, yeah, same here. I totally get you. Totally get you. Oh, I just love. I don't see many people doing wildlife, so when people are doing it, I just love it. I'm just like, yay, somebody else is doing it. It's such a beautiful puzzle, and I understand, if you don't like wildlife puzzles or if you don't like green stuff like that, like it's not an easy puzzle. I get that, but I just it's such a beautiful puzzle. Well worth doing. Imagine a massive sports hall with Guston's entire collection spread out. I don't. You got to build it first. I know, because you've got all three. Well, you've got two of the 40Ks, and you're gonna get the Pokemon one, right? Hmm. I need to fit more bookshelves for my video games and stuff. Okay, so not a puzzle rearranging mission then. Then a 1,000 as well to put it in perspective for regular puzzle. I know. Yes, all the mini me's. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? I have like 200 GameCube games, and it's becoming difficult. Just becoming. I was convinced a piece was missing 3 times already, but I found them. Oh, good. Yeah, I had that all through. And then one of the last sections I did, 3 pieces missing in the section. But I'm sure that's not going to happen to you. Sorry, I don't want to jinx it. This is just crazy. But Gustin says he's going to do all his supergiant ones. Yeah, well, you're working on it. Yeah, you're working on it. Right, so let's get on with Tinkerbell. I'm going to start with the face. Got her eyes. And now then, I don't know where her mouth is. I can't see her mouth. But I've got quite a few with her hair. So let's put the hair together. Do you know, I really like the Tinkerbell movies. Um, they were actually Jasper really loved them. Um, when he was a kid, when he was really small, he really enjoyed them, and I thought they were great as well. Yeah, I've not seen any of them in a while, but I do like the Tinkerbell movies. Right, where is your face, Tinkerbell? She's got a mouth somewhere, but I'm not entirely sure where it's gone. Let's have a look at her dress. I'm gonna go for the green dress now. Um, I think that might be the skirt. Uh, yeah. Okay. Hang on. Is that right? Yes, I think that's right. Kind of trying to use her arms as a guide here to get to sort of figure out the orientation of the piece, which way round they go. And I'm getting there. There we go. Uh, I'm not sure about that one though. No, that's not it. Okay. Well, that's a shoe. She has little pom-poms on her shoes. That is going to be... That looks like the edge where the frame is. So is that going to be over here? Confused already. No, 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 no. There. Ah, there we go. So there's got to be some pieces that attach the head to the body here. I hope. I think that might be leg. Oh, that's a shoe. That was confusing me. There we go. Right. Slowly figuring it out. Um, ah, don't forget I can use shape, Victoria. All right, so that's going to be next to the wing because there's a light background on there. Here we go. Right, that's that arm. It's kind of bent, so I was having trouble figuring it out there for a second. There. Okay, so now, right, I just need to figure out. I'm getting there with the legs. There. Ah, okay. Woohoo! Yes, finally, the head's attached to the body. Although I don't think I've got the face. I think that might be in a different pile, which is odd. And like her mouth, that piece there seems to be missing. Nope. Goes there. That goes there. Got that one there. Hmm. Nope. Oh, okay. I've got it there. It goes there. And we've got that one there, that one there, and that one goes there. So that's a very glaring miss there. So these light bits here, I'm not entirely sure what they're supposed to be. Here, just sort of sticking out on the right hand side of her frame is just this odd beigey colour. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but anyway, that's there. That got mixed up with the skin tone pieces. So thankfully, but at least we know where they go. They're the pom-poms on her shoes. Kind of obvious, so I'll stick those in. And yeah, I think it's going to make sense to do her wings. That's that funny thing, whatever that is. That's coming together. There's another piece with frame on there. So that'll hopefully attach soon. I'm going to just start with the wings now. Coming together nicely. I plan to bring like a 9K for the big assembly day, just to show how massive the 40Ks are. Yeah, bring one of your, teeny weeny ones. 9K. Nothing. It's not. My living room is complete disarray to allow room to do 6 portals. Then Pokemon 5K is waiting. Pandora's Hope after that. Oh, that is a good list of puzzles. That very good list of puzzles. At least they're getting smaller, so there should be like less disarray as you go along. Is that the plan? Around the world in A2 sections and in wraparound boxes because it's not taped. Ah, yeah. Aye, transporting that not taped would be hairy otherwise, wouldn't it? Just got to decide which 9K. Probably astrology. I suppose that'd be good against a really brightly coloured one, like the Disney ones. Turns out that since I technically work for the city, I have access to renting the venue halls for cheaper than it'd normally cost. Oh, that's pretty cool. Very cool. Evening all. Hi, Bergdis. How are you? Um, Dawn restarts. Oh no. Are you having to restart the stream? It's frustrating, eh? I honestly don't know why that happens. I know it's annoying though. It's Tinkerbell's lantern. Oh, right. Okay. I don't. I can't picture it in my mind's eye, but I take your word for it. Um. Anyway, it's together. It was another thing that stood out, so that helps. Hmm. There's actually a piece with a tiny bit of her um skin on it, but I can't see the piece. Hopefully it's in here some. Oh, I found it. It's there. And I think I actually might have found Ursula piece. Look, I think that's Ursula. It goes in there. So there's one more there, missing from Ursula, from the middle of Ursula, I should say. Um, but I can't see it in here at the moment. I'll get to it though. I'll get to it. Let's do these wings. No, that doesn't go there. Felt sure it did, but it doesn't. Oh, I think that was a good start, wasn't it? That belongs. Oh no, it doesn't. Ooh. Okay, that's confused me. Right, okay. I'm just going to do her wings and just try not to get distracted because I keep thinking pieces belong in other portraits, but then it turns out they don't. Uh, so we'll just see what I can figure out with these pieces. That's got a little star right beside her wing. Um, okay, hang on. I should be able to use shape here to my advantage. They don't look like the right colour, and neither does that. So they're confusing me. That bit goes in there. Okay. That bit. Now then. That goes at the top. No. That bit? Yes. Right, there. So that's the frame. And then there's another bit of frame with some there. So that's that top wing. And then I've got a couple of pieces of the frame here that go beside the wing. Ah, well, there's more. Right. Okay. So that bit is there. That bit, I don't think belongs. Now then. Oh, I think this belongs to Ursula. There. Okay. Okay, so her wings are largely done. Um, I've definitely got some background crossover going on here. With Jasmine. See now that. Mm, I don't think this belongs to her. I'm gonna pop it up there for a minute. Let's see if I can figure out these background green pieces. Quite bright at the top and a bit darker at the bottom. So that helps. I believe I've got that piece missing. How silly. How silly is that? Hmm, does that go there? Yes, it does. Okay, that attaches. Good, good, good. That is clearly the centre line, which tracks. So about halfway down Tinkerbell's thighs is where the centre line is, and you can actually see it. This very, very slightly misaligned. Not by much, but you can see it. You can see the light and shade in these pieces. There's like dark lines going across, but you can also see the shadow where the frame is. So that helps as well. Very bright pieces like that. That I think might belong to Jasmine. No, that doesn't go there. Nope. There we go. We're together. That bit should be obvious, but I can't see it here. Some of her hair on it. Mm, I'm convinced there's some missorts in here. Oh, that's got that's a shoe. Right. I could see something on the piece, I just couldn't see what it was. Um Not sure what this is she's supposed to be standing on. I assume it's like a tree branch or something. No, that's wrong. That goes there, and that goes there. Okay, I had a piece in wrong. But it fit quite nicely. And nope. Okay, that belongs somewhere else. But where? Ursula? Right, so let's get this bottom bit filled in. I'm just brute forcing it now. There we go. No, I've tried that. I've tried that already. There we go. Okay. Ah, all right, and that's conspicuous by its absence, that one. Um, all right, let's try getting some of these um frame pieces in. Don't think that belongs. Don't think that belongs with her either. That might. Yes, that does. Definitely. That goes there. I've got a pile of leftovers. I don't think I have. I think I just put them all with the other portraits. I feel like there's some very obvious pieces in here that I should have. But I don't. Hang on, that doesn't go there. It goes there. Don't think that belongs with this one, and I don't think this one does. I don't think that one does. What about this one? Nope. And no. Okay. So these are mysteries. Um, right, let's see if I can fit. Right, I feel like these belong in with Jasmine. tried them and not I'm not been able to fit them in. Wait, no, that's the wrong colour. And I don't even have one that's that shape in here, a gap. So where do they go? um, that's the question. Maybe Dumbo. Maybe they go with Dumbo. That's fine, but I think I may have a few frame pieces that I can possibly fit in here. Let's see. Now then, I mean, that could be the wall. Some of these lighter greenish pieces could well be the wall rather than a portrait because they are similar. Let's see. One goes in there. So I've got some Ursula ones. I think that might be Ursula. That could well be the wall. What about that one? No. Ah, yes. There. Okay, well, some have gone in, some haven't. So, um, but again, some of them might be the wall. This one has a tiny bit of white on the tip, but it could be the middle of a frame for all I know. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start the next portrait and I'm going to do Dumbo because that was the one with the next most amount of votes. Hopefully, we're all right with that. This one's Dumbo here. This pile. Um, it. I did giggles. Not going smaller on purpose, just order they were delivered. Ah, I've got you. I've got you. Mm. Mm. Wait till they start coming faster than you can build them, and then you completely lose your order of things. That's where I'm at anyway. Oh dear. So what's everybody working on right now? Is anybody puzzling right now? Glenda, you said you're rebuilding uh the Disney Orchestra. Are you and you're working Cindy, you're working on wildlife, section 10. And Kimberly, what did you say you were working on just now? Six portals. Are you doing that right now? Let me know. Let me know what the puzzles are going on with everybody. I've been working quite solidly this week on um downtown and it's looking great. And if you're not in the Discord server, um check out my post tab on YouTube. There are pictures there. There's a post and there's pictures there of downtown. As it looks right now, it is really coming together. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. But there are also some pictures in the Discord server in the Downtown channel. So if you're in there, of course, you can have a look in there as well. But yeah, it's so good. That puzzle is so good. I'm getting nervous about the sky, but still plenty more to do. Okay, right. So Dumbo is a real mishmash of colours. Look at that. You've got some very bold lines, black lines. But the colours are sort of all over. He's got blue on his face. He's got pink in his ears, green in his ears. It's all over. So this one's going to be interesting to put together. And his frame is round as well, which um, may or may not help. I'm not sure at this point. I'm pulling out what I think are his the pieces that make up his face, his trunk, I think. But it's kind of hard to tell. So, that goes there, and that's his. Oh no, it doesn't go there. That's his bow. He's got like a collar, hasn't he? At least I think it is. Um, Maybe I could try and pull out pieces of his little collar, because that's quite a stark red. There. Okay, so it's kind of coming together. So yeah, just talking about downtown again, I have a plan to put the third video out on that puzzle next Sunday. Not tomorrow, but next week. I did consider trying for this week, but I actually think I want to build a little bit more. I was going to build up to a certain point and then put the video out, but I actually think I want to build a little more first. So I'm going to build a little more and I'm going to put it out next weekend instead. I'm very much looking forward to showing you what it looks like then, because the next pile of pieces I'm going to dive into will be the. Oh, there's a bit of his face. Um, will be the sky pieces, and not to do a whole kind of piecemeal effort on the sky yet, but I'm going to pull out a bunch of the transition pieces and try and get that pile down a wee bit. So yeah, I'll do that first, and obviously I'll finish off my editing and I'll get the video out next week. And I'd like to do it as a premiere as well if I can. Right, so that's his ear. So I've got that upside down. Starting with that collar was a good plan. There's his wee eyes. Oh, he's so cute. I love Dumbo. I love Dumbo. I remember watching it when I was a kid. Probably on VHS or something. I think I've already tried that. No. Ah! So what is that then? That might be his. Oh, I think that's his wee feet. His little legs down at the bottom. Um, and we've got some purple here, which is standing out to me. So I'm just kind of following the colours. Oh, I found a bit of jasmine. This piece here. Found it. Ah, okay. Get in there. So now I'm moving into this bright, bright green. Some blue there. That's his wee trunk there. And I would hope there won't be much mis-sorting with the frame pieces for him because it's the only round one in this portrait. It's the only round portrait in this section, I should say. Right, the yellow goes up at the top. Yes, that does go there. That goes down there. It goes. I don't know where that goes. Somewhere. They go somewhere. Um. So I think that slots in there. Wow. Right. Okay. So first mystery piece and second mystery piece, they're part of Dumbo's head. This one, not sure yet. But those that I thought were in Jasmine, they belong up there. So that's good. That is good. Only slightly less confused now. Just slightly. I've actually done quite a lot of posts today. Excuse me. Um, I've put some pictures up of just some puzzles that I've been working on over the week. Some you may have seen, some you may not. And there's like an update post as well on my YouTube post tab. So go check that out if you haven't seen that yet. It's just really explaining about, and I talked about this a wee bit during my live stream on Thursday. It's just explaining a bit about how, Puzzle Camp is taking up a lot of my brain process at the moment, and so it's going to have an effect on how much video content I can put out and things like that. But I'll try and keep the photos coming. I'm gonna keep going with downtown because I actually want to try and finish that before Puzzle Camp if I can. Um, and that's kind of an ongoing project that I don't want to just pause, you know. But things like I've just got to prioritize a bit at the moment so I can focus on Puzzle Camp without worrying too much about my massive to-do list. If you see what I mean. Um, but if you have read it and you've got any questions about it, please feel free to ask. Um, a lot of this stuff, I end up just talking about a lot of this stuff in the live streams, but I put it in a post because I wanted to sort of kind of make it like an official um, announcement, I guess. Just that I'm going to be doing a little bit less. Um, I've still got to sort the rest of that puzzle. That obviously it a lot took a pause because I was over at the UK Nationals and then Donna Louise was here and this is all great stuff. Like this is like none of this is bad at all. It's not burnout at all. It's more a wee bit of overwhelm and just trying to prioritize a bit. But I tell you what, I'm so excited about Puzzle Camp. I'm getting really excited about it because it's coming up so fast, which scares me a bit, but it's also so exciting. All right, this is coming together very nicely now. I'm sure you've noticed. Very much, I was very much right about the frame pieces of Dumbo being a little more obvious. Um, there we go. Still look cute. Ah, there's no gaps in him. I did find one of Jasmine, and I found where those leftovers from Tinkerbell went, but there's still a few missing here. I think these possibly may be in the wall pile. This one stumped me a little. Not sure about that. But I do have two more portraits still to do, so who knows? I may well find them. I've just got to keep going and see how I go. So I can't remember, was Jungle Book or Rapunzel the third favourite? Can anybody remember? Sorting Tropical Dragons. Oh yay, Dexter, you're getting back on with that. It's a busy puzzle, that one. Beautiful, but it is busy. I can see how that would be one where it's like, not sure where to start kind of a thing. But what a lovely puzzle. And oh, and you're working on that too, Anna. Yay! I'm hunting for a shiny Swinub. Swinub? I'm assuming that's a Pokemon, but I don't know if I pronounced that right. Probably puzzling tomorrow. Right. Sounds good. That sounds good. I still haven't made my mind up what to do next. So many good things. Which puzzle? You don't know which puzzle to do next. What's the choices, Thomas? Can we get a poll or oh, pardon me, so sorry. Or do you not want to commit to a poll? Claire, Amy Stewart, The Fantastic Voyage just started this morning with the live. Yay! Oh, that sounds good. Is that 1,000 pieces, Claire? Sybil, working on the 500 Ravensburger Moss puzzle that was at US Nationals in the dark part now. Yeah, that's Radina Tilly, isn't it? Nice one. That's one of the ones that Matt got for me, so I'm looking forward to doing that. They all came, by the way. They're all waiting at his house. Yes, you have to send them to me, Matt. I want to do my US national puzzles. Oh dear. I'm working on wildlife section 6. Yay, another wildlife! Woohoo! Oh, I'm glad to hear it. And I assume you've done 1 to 5, have you? Or are you doing them in a more random order? Yes, 6 portals right side. Brilliant. Hello, Natalie. I'm working on Home Tweet Home, 1,000-piece Ravensburger. Nice. Sounds good. Anita, I'm working on Garden of Gold, 1,000-piece Sun's Out. The image is a big flower bouquet with a ginger cat. Um, Nate. Now then, how do you say that name? Nene? Neen Thomas is the artist. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Um, For downtown, sorting the sky by shade really helped me. I tried to put all the blue pieces into light, medium, dark. That reduced the number of pieces to look at. Yes, yeah, no, I very much think that's the way I'll go with it as well, Dexter. And I was looking at it because I had it prior to setting up for this live stream. I actually had it all laid out on the table on the 4 boards, and I was looking at the picture, and there's and I know it's still going to be a slog, but there's very much the darkest blob of sky is top left, and obviously the white and very light is more to the right. You've got more pinks and purples to the left. So there are kind of areas that I guess you could break down by shades of blue. Um, But what I have in my sky pieces for downtown are a lot of transition pieces, so you can see the palace rooftops, the edges of the palace. And now that I've built a lot of the domes and things like that, some of the towers are starting to come together. Now that I've built a lot of that, I feel like I can get like an outline, like a skyline, and pull those out of my sky pieces and thus reduce the pile quite a bit because it's huge at the moment. Very nice, Vicky. Um, yeah, it's a Pokemon. Yes, I figured. You said shiny. Um, yes, Fantastic Voyage 1K. Brilliant. Thomas, I shall have to choose between Garden of Earthly Delights, More Bookcase, Mappamundi, or Wedding at Cana. Now then, do you have all of those? Or are you still waiting for Wedding at Cana? There's one you're still waiting for, am I right in thinking that? Or has it come now? Yes, I've done 1 to 5 of wildlife. Oh, brilliant. Oh, so that's the halfway point then. I've made no progress on sorting my 6 portals. Life is a bit too crazy at the moment. So you're working on 6 portals generally, but at the moment it's a bit of a pause. Wedding arrives this Thursday. You excited, Thomas? So maybe wait till it comes, then do a poll. What do you think? Would you do that? Just a tad, just a wee bit excited. Now then, nobody said which came third in the poll. Um, I'm gonna do the Jungle Book. Can't remember which was first and which was third and which was fourth, but we're just gonna do the Jungle Book. Um, and then we'll finish with Rapunzel. And I think they're all gonna fit on this board, so that's good. So the Jungle Book is very green. There it is. It's basically just a big green blob. Not much by way of detail apart from a pointy leaf up there. There's a rock and there's a tree trunk. You've got Baloo and you've got Mowgli. So there's not much going on, but it's not a massive portrait. There she is. For some reason, that missing Tinkerbell piece was in the Jungle Book pile. The last place I would have expected it to be. Thought it might be in Rapunzel, but apparently not. Unless it migrated. It may well have migrated. So, obviously, Baloo and Mowgli are jumping out to me at the moment. We've got Mowgli's legs together there, some of his body. And Baloo's pretty obvious because he's grey. The tree trunk's pretty obvious because it's brown. So, hopefully, this won't be too bad. Uh, there. Do you go there? Yes, you do. That's a bit higher up, I think. Yes. So there's Baloo's head. And you can see the pieces where it's half tree and half Baloo. It's kind of obvious. That's the rock. It's a lighter grey, so that was, again, fairly obvious. can see his claws as well. Okay. All right, getting a little section built up here. I'm not sure where that goes. Yeah. Oh, that, do you know, I think that's a bit of floor. I think that's a bit of the wooden floor. It's very dark though. Wait, that's edge pieces. Where's the wooden floor? There. Mm. Okay. Getting there, getting there, getting there. Right. Oh gosh, all these dark grey pieces. Where are they? Don't tell me they're in with the wooden floor. Ah. Oh well, oh well. They will get found eventually. They will. Right, so now I'm pretty much doing background. It's fairly bright green here and a little bit up here, so hopefully that'll help me figure things out. There we are. There's that one spiky bit of leaf. Um, hmm, What about that bit? Okay. That bit goes there. That bit's there. Hmm. I feel like this should be coming together quicker, not slower. Ah, there, that's there. There we go. That's where that one goes. That was throwing me a bit. Okay. Right. This should, in theory, be fairly complete. But there's a few glaring omissions here. I think they've perhaps ended up either in the light pieces or maybe like the lights at the top. Because they're kind of a nondescript grey, and these are quite grey. I did find a floor piece in this pile, so it could be that I've mixed up some of this brown tree in with that. Maybe. I don't mind so much if I have an idea of where the pieces might be. Because when I sort of think there is no other pile I would have sorted that into, it's when I sort of start to think that's when I start to get worried. But, missorts do happen. Sometimes you do it and you're tired and you just throw something in the wrong pile, you don't realise. Or even, the pieces have shifted around and ended up in the pile next door. So I'm not sort of completely worried, but at the same time, it's there, it's always there. Oh, that's not right. That goes there. 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 And that one goes there. Okay. So that is your Jungle Book. There are 4 pieces here that are missing from that portrait. So we've got still some of these, still those, and then still some in Jasmine. Hmm, interesting. But before we move on, there is Rapunzel. So let's see what we can see with Rapunzel. Okay, they're my leftovers. Oh. You know what would happen with a poll? Well, you've got 4 options there. It's going to be a 4-way tie, surely. It might at least narrow down a bit. It might narrow it down to 2, and then you could toss a coin. Do you think? We'd tie that poll. Yeah, I think people do it on purpose now. They see a poll and they think, one more vote for that one and it's tied. They just vote for that one. Whether they want you to do that one or not. I got Bookcase and Mappamundi waiting in my hoard. Oh, joy, Mappamundi, puzzle along in the future, perhaps. Sounds good. I need to sell off the duplicate 6,000 piece Kincaid puzzle as well. Make space for more 3Ks and all that. You've got a duplicate Kincaid. I'm sure you may have explained this in the Discord, but I'm not up on this story. Which duplicate Kincaid are we talking about? One day, Thomas, not expecting much puzzling this summer. Thomas, I will always vote Bookcase. This is Dexter saying this, sorry. I love, love, love that puzzle. Just want to share the joy. Well, there you go, 1 vote for Bookcase. I had no idea until last week that the Earthly Delights is a panorama. It is really long, might be quite awkward to fit. You'll manage it though, won't you? You'll make it happen. Working on top curtain section, not looking forward to the sides of the curtain. So, are you on section B? Top middle? Yeah, the top left and the top right, the big side curtains are yeah. There's something. That goes there. Vicky, have you tried that piece there? I do need a t-shirt, really, don't I? That goes there. Hmm. I think that needs to be a t-shirt. I've said this before about so many things, but I definitely think that needs to be a t-shirt. Mm. But I'm right, it does go there. Oh dear. Does anybody else do that? Does anybody else say it out loud? Even when, they're not addressing anybody in the room or if there's no one else with them. There can't just be me that says that goes there. Alright, so making a start on Rapunzel. And as per normal with these, starting with the face. Just kind of the most obvious pieces, really, as a general rule. And she is coming together nicely. And she's got a little pet lizard. It's like a little chameleon or something that is sitting on her shoulder. There it is. I can't remember the name of the lizard. Can anybody remember the name of the lizard? Wait, no, that doesn't go there. That doesn't go there. Can't for the life. I have seen Tangled, the Rapunzel movie, but I can't for the life of me remember the name of the wee lizard. I think when I mixed this puzzle, this was one of the first portraits to come together because her art style is very similar to um in section A, Aurora's art style, Sleeping Beauty. And so I think I built them kind of together, sort of at the same time, if I recall correctly. I think this might be Simba, maybe? Yep, there's a bit of Simba. Um, I do remember I have little flashbacks when I'm working on this, back to when I did do it mixed. Um, and I think about which portraits I kind of did alongside each other because they were just so similar. I think I might have done Minnie Mouse and Winnie the Pooh as well alongside these. Just lots of kind of dots, very, very similar textures and art style. Now then, there should be more frame pieces with uh hair on, although I don't seem to have that one. And nope, there. Don't think I've got that one. There we go. Right. So it's kind of long, and Rapunzel is more to the left of the picture, so there's a big block of purple here. Dark pinkish purple. Oh, thank you, Matt. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Blimey. Come on, get a piece in. Um, right, hang on. Let me see what I've missed. Uh, like I said, it's not in original sections, but it's the part with the blue birds. Oh, yes, I think I know what you mean. Yeah, people will think you're OCD fanatic if you wear it in public. Yes. It'd have to be a jigsaw piece graphic of some description, I think. It'd have to have some context. Imagine if Vicky owned a grey parrot. Oh my goodness. No. It would pick up on those phrases, and in the middle of the night, it would be muttering to itself, and that goes there, and that goes there, and that goes there. Pascal. Pascal the parrot. Oh dear. Yep. When I was a kid, my mum used to have parrots. They weren't grey parrots. She had cockatiels mostly. Um, oh, but they talked, and yeah, we had this. Here's a fun story. We had a cockatiel that talked really well. He was a male. He was a real character. Um, and he was called Scrumpy Jack after the cider. Don't ask me why we named him that. But that's what he was called. And he so my mum wanted him to learn. She wanted to teach him that if we said, "Where's Brian?" and Brian is my stepdad, um, he would answer down the pub. So, so, oh, just missing that bit of Rapunzel's hair. Otherwise, that is her done. Looking very complete. So it sort of half worked. He would say, "Where's Brian?" over and over and over again, but he would not say down the pub. So we got a lot of "Where's Brian? Where's Brian? Where's Brian? Where's Brian?" And he'd be right there. He'd be like, "I'm here." We had other birds that learned that phrase. In fact, because my mum bred them, and there was I don't know if it was a cockatiel or a budgie that we gave to somebody, and they wouldn't stop saying, "Where's Brian?" And this the guy said to my mum, "Is there a way we can stop him saying where's Brian?" So there you go. That's my funny parrot story. Bless him. Right. Pascal is the lizard's name. Oh, of course. Sorry. I thought you were naming the parrot. Of course it is. Yes, you're right. Yes. I remember now. Yes, but it didn't tweak to start with because we were talking about parrots. Got ya. Thank you for that. Hello, Cyan Bird. How are you? I have two cockatiels. They've been with me for 17 years. Yeah, we had a few. We had several. Our first cockatiel was a female. She was called Charlie, and she was the loveliest bird. She has such a lovely temperament. Scrumpy could be a bit bitey, but she would come. She'd put her head down. She'd let you stroke her neck. She was just so lovely. Well, it was fun. It was a fun time when we had the birds. And they did talk a lot. African greys are like, um, oh, they're so clear when they talk. It'd be dangerous if I had one, I think. And I think it would be dangerous for my puzzles also. Yeah, I think they might get chewed up. Anyway, portraits are done. There's a few gaps, which is bothering me ever so slightly. Some I think, particularly the ones in here, I think perhaps I've mistaken for wall pieces because they're just that kind of colour. These are a little concerning, but my guess is that they are maybe in with the light pieces, the little spotlights at the top. That's my guess. Um, and again, I guess these are either going to be in with the lights or possibly in with the floor. Um, and this, I think, might be a light piece, so I'm going to pop it in there. Otherwise, all the portraits are finished. We've got Minnie, we've got Jasmine, Simba, Alice in Wonderland, Mickey, Dalmatians, Ursula. That one's missing there. I think that's probably with the wall pieces. We've got the Queen of Hearts, we've got Winnie the Pooh. We have Tinkerbell, Dumbo, Rapunzel, and Mowgli and Baloo. So, what do you think? Not bad. Not bad. So, what is this the third week of Section B? I think it is, isn't it? I think that's pretty good for 3 weeks. And we still have time. So, what I thought I would do is move this. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Cyanbird. So, Cyanbird just gifted a membership and it went to Thomas Gonzalez. You were gifted a membership by Cyanbird to Vicky Makes and Builds. I do hope you enjoy. Thank you. That's really nice. Thanks, Cyanbird. All right, I'm moving that off to the left because it's smaller, and I'm going to put a big piece of foam board down now. Because these lights span the entire width of the section. So bye bye portraits. And they're not going to fit. I don't think. But I can always put a bit there and a bit there. And what I have done, as I mentioned at the start, is I have gathered together all of the edge pieces I could find, the top edge, in order to help me start to put it together. And then here are the rest of those pieces. And hopefully it'll be a relatively simple process to put them together, but we shall see. We shall see. So let's start with the top edge. I don't recall that being particularly taxing when I did this the last time. That's the corner, and that just happened to actually be stuck to the neighbouring piece down the side. So that is that. I'm going to flip them. Great job on the puzzle. Thank you so much. Hello, Darlie. Member for 15 months. Wow, thank you so much. Oh, so lovely. Thank you. Oh, that's not even an inch. Right, so we've got these lines which help matters here. So what you've actually got is the ceiling, which is white, kind of grey and white, and then you've got this strip here with 4 spotlights pointing down from it. So those lines that I was just talking about are where the light meets the ceiling. So I've just been calling it the lights. It's that section at the top, which is part ceiling and part light. Oh, I remember the edge on this puzzle now. It was certainly an experience. I remember it too. There's a lot I remember about this. And you mixed it too, didn't you, Gustum? I think. Did you? Trying to remember. There's definitely different shades of colour in this. So even the blank kind of grey ones, some are a bit darker, some are a bit lighter. So that's good. Right, this I think this is a new board. It's sort of a bit bowed in the middle, I don't know why. Yeah, so it's wobbling around. No. Ah, no. There. You go there. Right. Okay, so we've got that one. And that one. I'm avoiding saying that goes there. You've all made me self-conscious now. Oh, whatever will we do? Vicky, stop saying that goes there. Right, I think that might hover there, but I've not. Oh, yeah, it does. There we go. There's the join. Right, and those go together. No, not quite yet. Now you can go in. Okay, so that is that and that. Okay, that goes over this side. Then these just come straight out of the top of the puzzle. Ah, there we go. Actually, that doesn't go there. That does, though. And that does, I think. And that does. Then that's there. Right. Ah, getting there. And then these darker ones. That, I think, goes on the far side. You can tell that's a centerline piece. Just because there's a smaller gap, the prongs tend to be smaller. Um, and then these bits are these are a bit more shadowed. Do you go there? Yes, you do. Right. It's coming. It's coming. Yeah, I kind of regretted that with the wall. Me too. Even the floor was fine, but then again, the floor's mostly on one side, so you'd have been doing that whole thing anyway. Even the frames were fine, but that blooming wall, gosh. Yeah. Um, I think everyone has things they say a lot without really realizing it. Yeah, I would say so. Vicky, have you ever caught yourself saying it during a competition? No, I don't think so. But I am more aware of talking during competitions and like the sounds I make because I don't want to disturb the person next to me or anybody near me. Sometimes I'll get frustrated and I'll go "Oof," like that or something. Like I'll or I'll say flipping out or something. I'll say something under my breath. But yeah, no, generally I don't usually unless I may have said it during a teams competition or a pairs. Mm. I do talk to myself a lot though. It's not abnormal for me to talk to myself. I should say it's not unusual. Jury's out on whether or not I'm abnormal. I don't know. Right, they don't look as though they go together. Right, okay. So this is where it starts to get a little more complicated here. So that that links those. So that's good. Um, then we've got some darker pieces. I think that might go over here. I think I might have. Yeah, that doesn't go in there. That goes there. Right. Okay. It's so easy to get the blooming pieces wrong. There is still a tiny bit of a gradient, I guess you could say. Although it's a gradient of grey. I think that's the left hand edge. Okay. These pieces are quite tall. So I'm kind of hoping the shape might help. But I mean, it's not, I'm not too worried if um I don't get the edge done first. Like I'm okay with just sacking an edge and moving on to the inside, when it's just not coming together. I don't really see the point being stubborn about an edge when it just doesn't want to go together. And it will far more easily go together with the inside bit done first, kind of thing. So I'm sort of okay with that. I'll keep giving it a go for now, but I'm starting to feel like I don't necessarily want to worry too much about it. That definitely doesn't go in there. That looks like it does, though. Nope. Oh. Mm, might be okay. Let's see. No, that one. There's just no, like, the prongs on these pieces are just all the same shape. It's a bit annoying. Right. Okay, so I think there's something wrong here. No, maybe. Yes. Maybe. No, I don't think so. All right, let's see. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 60. So I need 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Right, I'm just separating it in half. And it works! Okay, so I did it. I managed it. There we go. So I'm just dividing them in order to build them because it's just slightly too wide for an A1 piece of foam board. But it is done. Woohoo! Did my member milestone go through? Oh yes, it did. Yes, sorry, member for 20 months. Thanks for all the content, Vicky. Appreciate you. Ah, thank you. Sorry, I thought I'd read it already, but I hadn't. I'd read Darley's, and then yours was underneath. So it did, yes. Thank you, Cyan Bird. Thank you. And I appreciate all of you. Seriously, I could not do this without all of you. You're all amazing. Whatever normal is, I don't want to be it. No. Me neither. Me neither. Be a useful tactic, saying that goes there repeatedly and really fast to make your rivals think you're speeding away. Yes. Cyan, you gave it to Thomas Gonzala. I don't get it. Oh, Thomas Gonzalez. You mean the free membership? Yes. The free membership went to Thomas Gonzalez, and the member milestone, the one that says you've been a member for 20 months, yes, that's up there. So I can see it. Thank you so much. I know the gift went through, but also sent a member milestone message. Yes, it appeared. Okay. It's all good. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that. All right. Okay. So the ceiling. Who thinks I can get the ceiling done? That'll be my aim for the rest of this stream, to finish the ceiling today. So what I'm going to do is pull out actual spotlights and also lines. So you've got some of the lines up here on the edge, but there's a whole bunch on the pieces too. They are going to be my roadmap for this. And the actual spotlights are less lines and more, just the actual shape of the light. So they're a bit more obvious too. Some of them have frame pieces in because the spotlights actually hang over. They're actually in front of the Ursula portrait, so I might even attach Ursula as well. Like that. That's quite a big part of Ursula's portrait. And they are shining on Jasmine's portrait, but they're not in front of it. So I do have some pieces with big bits of frame in as well. There is one of the centerline pieces there. It's got some lines on it. It's going to take me a little while to go through them all. And there are some just blank grey pieces. That's going to be on the Ursula portrait, I think. Not necessarily a line, but it is a beam of light. And then there is the line that divides the ceiling from the wall. So all I'm doing just now is just pulling them out. And then I've got to organise them once they're out. I suppose it would make more sense if I organised them as I went along, but I'm just trying to get them out of the tray at this stage. Eh. Gosh, there's a lot of these. I don't remember there being this many pieces in this pile. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to do some organising ahead of time here. I don't really have the space to spread them all out. So these are the actual lights, these ones. And create a pile down here of those. Have I got any more? I think that one is as well. And that one. And that one. That one. Right, and then we've got wall ceiling transitions. So they're going to go over here. That's a bit of the portrait, which I'll put separate. The bit of Ursula's portrait. So I'm going to put those ones over there. Then we've got these ones with like the double line. We'll put those down here. I think that's where ceiling meets light, those pieces there. Okay. Well, they were fairly straightforward to separate. That's so okay, that's organized. I've now got to go through all the rest. I'll try and be a bit more organized with it. I'm in too much of a hurry, that's the problem. Too much of a hurry. I would like to get this finished before the end of the stream, though, if I can. Uh, hmm. Yes, that goes in there, I think. That's a centerline piece. It's quite obvious, actually. Hmm. Sure about that one. Doesn't matter if I miss sort, though. I haven't come across any that jump out at me as belonging in the Jasmine portrait yet. I was kind of hoping I might find them in here. Goes in there. Get in there. Ah, there's one. And I think that's one as well. Let's see, shall we? There we go. There's two. So there's that one and that one still to find. Let's see if I can find them. Phew! Gotta say, I know I've said it before, but I do love these trays. I need to buy some more of them. They are brilliant. Okay. So I've gone into the zone a bit here. Sorry, I'm getting towards the end of my little mini sort. There's there. I have not spotted any of the others yet, but I did get a bit hurried towards the end there. So there's one. That's definitely one of hers. And right, now then, let's see. The other one is a three ins, one out. I think that might be it. Let's see. Yes. That's her filled in. Thank goodness. Whew. I'm glad about that, I have to say. All right, there are not that many, just solid ones. So, most of them are on here. I'm going to just have a quick drink. You got this. Thanks, Birthday. Hope so. Okay. Question now is, what do I go for first? I'm thinking maybe the lights themselves, possibly. I don't know. That might be a mistake. Let's see, shall we? I can always start, and then if I don't If I don't like the decision, then I'll change it. Well, there we go. Those two together. I'm not certain if that goes there. Don't know. It does? It might well go there, actually. Okay. Yes, it does, because that one fits there. So this is one of the ones I think I think this is the one on the far left. So it'll go down here. Yeah. This is the one that's hanging right over Ursula's portrait. Um so that's good. And then we've got uh another one coming together there. That's going to be one of the ones on this side. There. Wait a minute. No. Right, so I'm trying to figure out which light is which. Does that go there? No, it does not. Because that way. Well, I mean, these pieces have lines as well, you can see. So that gives me a bit of a clue. I think these belong to the Ursula. Yeah, that's the Ursula portrait one. I think might belong up here. Okay, so hers is coming together quite nicely. Right, that I think might go up here. Yes, it does. There, so that's that one. Yes, that's. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's the other Ursula one. And eventually it'll attach to this. Right, okay. Aye, and that, there we go, that goes there. Right, okay, so that's the other Ursula one. So these seem to be coming together quite nicely. Um, where's that bit? Do I have you? Oh, I just tried that. I just tried you. There we go. All right. So there, I mean, that helps that they attach directly to the edge. There. I'm not sure which of these two this belongs to yet, but that's starting to come together now. Ah, right, so that fits in there. That fits in there. Mm, where are you? Don't know. Ah, wait a minute. No. Okay. I sounded like I had an epiphany there, but I didn't really. That's just there. That one fits in there. Okay, it's coming slowly. It's frustrating me a little. Don't know where that is. Unless I've left it in here. Uh, I did. Yeah, it barely had any detail on it, so I left it in here. So that's that one found. And then there's a piece there. Ah, didn't have much detail on either, but I did have that. Okay. So these ones over Ursula's portrait are coming together quite nicely, but I can't attach them to the top yet. And that's where it attaches to the line. So it's gonna be a lot further down. So that needs to just sit there for a little bit. This one's getting there. Well, I think I more or less built that one as far as I can. Okay, so let's see what I can do of these. Oh, I thought I had the wrong piece there, but the piece is just slightly bent, so it looks darker. I thought that there was a detail on the piece that wasn't right. It's just ever so slightly bent. Here we go. Okay, now that they're starting to come together a bit quicker now. Mhm. No, where do you go? There. You go there. You go there. You go there. And that one, I think, might be one of these. Right. Okay. So we have 4 little spotlights. As many pieces as I could find are in. Vicky, do you have a favourite painting in this puzzle? Do you know, I don't know. You must have asked me that before, and if they did, I can't remember what I said. I'll have a look. Hang on, and I will tell you. Um, hmm. I think it might be Dumbo. I've been really looking forward to doing Dumbo. I just think it's. I mean, I love the character, but like, it's just lovely, bright and colourful. He's so cute. I love that it's round. Yeah, I think it might be Dumbo. From a art perspective, but also from a building it kind of perspective as well. Do you, Gustin? Does anyone else? Let me know. Tell me, what's your favourite picture in this puzzle? There they all are. Give you a chance to look at it for a second while I have a drink. Um, you got this. Yeah, no, I think it's Dumbo. So let me know what yours is, what your favourites are. I mean, there were some that were hard to build. Like, Ariel was quite hard. I thought Bambi was quite hard. And then, like, the black and white ones had their own sort of challenges. But I mean, I still like the portraits, though. But yeah, I like everything about the Dumbo one. So let me know. Eh, right. Oh, okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to move on to these pieces, and these pieces are along here. I don't know how well you can see this. Let me zoom in a bit. That's as far as I can zoom in. So along the bottom of this light strip is a line, and it creates this sort of double line effect on the piece where you've got the transition between the ceiling and the light, then you've got the line, then you've got where the light kind of goes around the corner. So it's just very obvious, and they're those pieces. So they're going to create this line going down from the edge here all the way down to this spotlight here. And that's what I'm going to do next. I'll zoom back out again. There we go. I think we can go in a wee bit more, can't we? There we go. That's it. Don't actually really know. My favourite bit would probably be the floor. Do you know what? I believe you, Thomas. I do believe you. Okay. You do make me laugh. Right, so I'm going to try and work down from this top edge if I can. I found one or two. So hopefully I can continue like that and get them in. Right, that definitely goes at this end. Okay, what about that one? No, I think that does possibly go there. That, and you can see a little bit of the spotlight on that. So I was able to get that in. I mean, I suppose the easiest way to tackle this would be um to shape sort and just orient them the right way. Alright, so that would go that way. That would go that way. That would go that way. No, that would go that way, I think. Yeah, that would go that way. Right. So that's got a bit of light on it. Mm, that would go that way. I think that goes that way. That one's hard to tell. Ah, there we go. That goes there. I mean, maybe I can. Oh, okay. So I can get some in without having to shape sort. I just trying to kind of narrow down options. So that could be. It's not any one of those. It could be that one. It's not that one. I don't even know if I've got that one out. I mean, it's possible that someone missorted into here, like that, for example. That might well be the bottom of one of these pieces. Just can't see it. Ah, that fits there. That's the end. And that, again, it might not be. Oh, there we go. Right, so there, that's the end of it. There. And then if I could find these and attach these two, that would be helpful. Let's see what I can find. I mean, orienting them the right way is probably going to be a good idea at this point. I think that goes that way. That goes that way. I think that goes that way. No, it might go that way. Don't know. That is that one of the. There's a weird detail on that, but I can't see what it belongs to. It's like a little circle or a bubble or something. I can't really tell. That goes that way. I think that goes that way. It looks like it goes that way. Right. I think these are all the right way. So I'm not really shape sorting them, but I am trying to orient them. That's my goal at the moment. Hoping that makes sense. I think that goes that way. That looks as though it goes that. Ah, wait, there. That goes there. That goes in there. We've got that one. Okay, so right, this is where they don't join on the same row. Um, let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think that goes that way. I'm not even sure what that is. uh, right. So where are you? You should be obvious. Where are you? You're there. Right. This bit I may well not have in here. Um, because there's only a tiny weeny bit of the white line on it. I might have left it in the box. The tray, I should say. Like that. There's a wee bit of a line on that that you can see. Right. Can I see any in here? Not really. Doesn't do me much good, does it? I was kind of hoping to join those, but I guess I'm not doing that right now. What is in there? Okay. Um, that's fine. No problem. Let's do. Oh, there we go. There it is. Okay. I'm pushing my luck now. No, I think that goes that way. There. Oh, maybe I'm not. Maybe I will manage it. Hang on. No, that's not right. There. Oh gosh, I don't even think it attaches on that row either. They're quite far away from each other, these two lights. If I got the Ursula portrait, that would probably make this a little easier. I can't be bothered moving the boards around. It's there. It goes there and that. No, that doesn't quite fit there. Well, that does fit there, and that does fit there. Yes, there, they're joined. Woohoo! Oh, thank goodness for that. Okay, that was good. That was very good. Um, so now I think it's probably going to make sense to. I think that probably goes around about there. And if I keep building that way, hopefully, that narrows down my options a bit. Nope. There. Well, it's coming together. It doesn't go there, but it does go there. There we are. We found that one. And then that one. Well, not that one. Hang on. No. Goodness me. There. Where's this go then? Unless it goes underneath. Ah, it goes underneath. Right. So I think there's obviously another bit there that I don't have out. Ah, a bit goes in there. Sometimes there's a bit of very bright white on the tip of the piece, and it. There we go. But again, that doesn't. Wait, or does it? Oh, okay. Hang on. That goes there. That goes there. Right. It actually goes further across than I thought. And that attaches. Right. Okay. That's all those double line pieces in then. Whew. So now, I guess, I need to put the line in the top of the light, where the top of the light meets the ceiling, which is these. Um, and they start here. And the ones with the darker part at the top are going to go more on the right because it's a bit brighter over here. So hopefully, I should be able to fathom this out fairly quickly. Hopefully. Where's that one? That one's there. All right, hang on. There. Getting there. And that one. So shape is helping. It didn't help with the edge much, but it is now. Right, and then there's a very tiny line there. It's barely a transition, so it's quite hard to. I don't know if I've even got that out. Ah, it goes there. I don't think I've got that bit out. That's not it. That's not it. Ah, there we go. Right, now, so I've come kind of down a level, so I'm able to spot them again. When they're on an angle like that, you sort of run out of line eventually, and then you have to sort of try and start again on the next line, if that makes sense. Um, right, that's there. Then that one, then that one. That goes up the side. And that goes. Oh no, it doesn't. I thought that went at the end. It doesn't. So where do you go? Oh, okay. That goes there. Oh, it goes there. All right. I am getting there. Yay! Okay, this is good. Right, so that means. Well, I've got these. So I'll try doing these. Let's move this up a bit. Hang on, this board's getting all wonky. Okay. What time are we? 23 minutes past 11. Right, I can do this. I can finish this, right? Whew. Hmm. Mm. Right, so these ones are the transitions between um wall and ceiling. So, uh, phew, I don't know how easy these are going to be. Some are very bright, some are a bit darker. Um, well, that isn't even one of those transitions, so had that in the wrong place. There's that bit that I was confused about. There's a little circle at the end of the light strip. Right, some of these have bits of frame in them. So that might be a good place to start. At the very least, putting them together. Um, there. Okay. Right, well, they're going to go along here somewhere. That goes on that side. I think that's going to go over there as well, because they're a bit darker over here. Now then, does that go? Nope. Alright, maybe I could. Okay, let's see if I can find that one and work my way across. Some don't have quite the angle that I need. Who's that? Is it you? No, it's not. Is it you? No, it's not you either. You! Can't see it. Oh, okay, I can't see it. Um, just slightly frustrating because um I was on a bit of a roll there. Maybe I can go this way instead then. Ah, found it. Ugh, okay. Okay, right, now I'm on the next line up. Uh, I think I was right to follow the lines on this. It's coming together pretty speedily now. Let's see if I can get any of these. These are a wee bit darker, as I say, so it should not be too difficult to spot, although it does get very dark here. Um, it's also dark here, so let's see what I can find of those. That's that one. Uh, that goes there. Yeah, yeah. So that's right. Uh, nope. Ah, no, nope. Ah, it's fighting me all the way, isn't it? Um, Alright, where are you? There you are. And you go there. So let's see if I can build down from there. Um, because we're shifting up a line again. Is it you? Nope. Eh, goodness, I can't see for looking. I must be getting tired, I think. It was there all along. Right. Okay, that because there's barely any on it, but I found it. Nope. Does that go there? Yes, it does. Okay, it's coming, folks. It's coming. Does that go? Yes. And that one, and that one, and that one. Right. That just leaves these. All of these. Right. So, and these should be pretty straightforward, I would think, to put in. Um, so, hang on, that's got a bit of. There we go. Let's start with the lightest ones. That. Nope. Right, this is filling in nicely. I am getting there, and I will meet my goal. 4 portraits and the light will be done, which is great, I think. Hmm. Okay, so I mean it's not going to go up there. That's too dark. So we're looking up here, aren't we? Yes. There. Mhm. That goes there. That one's in there. So that one, that was one of my miss sorts into, I think, Tinkerbell. That did belong to the lights. Okay, so now these are the really dark ones. There. I've got that one, and I think that one might be in my hand. Yes, it is. Right. So that's bit done. Um, let's see what I can fill in of this. Uh, and then these go over here. It gets darker, so it's starting to, but it's very gradual, the gradient, so it's starting to become a little um confusing. What's you there? That's you there. Get in there, Bo. Mm, Not because there. Some of these are near the frames. I'm just not entirely sure. Quite. There we go. There we go. What goes in there? Right. So that's actually Jasmine's frame. Look at me. That's a bit of light, I think. Not that one though. Hang on. Might even be. Oh no, it's not. Um, looks like a bit of light that, but I can't see which one. It's not that. Don't know about that one. Um, and then these. Ah, that bit goes in there. That bit goes in there. And oh, there's a tiny bit of the ceiling on that piece. This one's throwing me a bit. there's something on the tip of it. It looks like light, but I don't know. Ah, it's that. That goes there. So I had a piece in wrong, and that goes in there. There we go. All light pieces done. They're all in. Every bit I had is in. And what I'm going to do, is move Ursula into position. Now I'm gonna attempt the Mallory move on this. Mallory method, which is where you grab one side and you pull. You use tension. You have to be quick though, and it worked. So that goes just there, and that frame piece goes in there. There we are. I don't think I can attach Jasmine yet, but that is the top of the puzzle. All done. Phew! I believe in you. Thank you, Bugders. I can see how the centerline connectors are different. Yes, they are. It's very flat, and the prongs and the inserts are just smaller. Someone was listening to Jim. Jim. Oh, why? What did I say? Definitely didn't say physicality. Sorry, Vicky. I was napping. Nice job. No problem at all. No problem at all. I'm glad you like it. What do you think? I think that's good going for a stream. Wow, great, Vicky. So much progress for one stream. Yeah, I mean, not forgetting the 4 portraits I've done as well. Um, amazing progress. Thank you, Rose. Let me grab those portraits so you can see. Ah, there we go. There's the portraits that I've done as well. So there's a good chunk of the puzzle, I think. Jim mentioned the Mallory method last weekend in the commentary. Oh, did he? Did he? I've never heard him mention the Mallory method. That is a legitimate term, though, isn't it? It's like it's not a Jimism, if we can call it that. Stuff like physicality and the zero ambiguity thing, that they're Jimisms, I would say. But yes, the Mallory method. I've used it a fair bit in my downtown puzzle as well, actually. That is not an edge. That's a bit of wooden floor. I'm just spreading the edges out, just giving them space, moving them into negative space. There, that's a Jimism. All right. Okay. So there we have it. Whew. So now I have to decide if we get this out. The remaining sort of features of the puzzle are the frames, the wall, and the floor. Who thinks I should do the floor next? And who thinks I should do the frames next? What are your thoughts on this? Do you have a preference, or are you not bothered either way? Nice job. Next week you will start the frames. Well, I could. I do have to sort them though. So the frame pieces are actually still in the box, which is behind me here. They just got left in here along with a bunch of bags. I seem to have more than 2 bags here. I don't know where one of them came from, but anyway, these are all the frames and they are not sorted. So Do I sort the frames and start them next week, or do I sort the floor and start that next week? They're my two options, I would say. That goes in Tinkerbell. There. Well, there's one frame piece in and done. So yeah. What do you reckon? Uh, so we've got Dexter says floor, Thomas says floor. I'll save the best till last. Oh, you crack me up, Thomas. Cindy says floor. Kimberly says frames first. Marcia says floor. Hello. Claire says floor. Vandra Brud. Hello. So satisfying. Oh, I'm glad you think so. Floor would finish a cluster and reduce the pile. It would. And you would do the floor as well, Cara. So most people are saying floor. All right then. Well, I'm good with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I will do the floor. And actually, I did get a question about the frames. I'll answer it now. It was Puzzling Peggy that asked me. I don't know if you're watching, Peggy. I know you're not in the chat, but but you may be interested in the answer too. I got asked why, when people do this puzzle, and not just me, why don't people tend to do the frames at the same time as the portraits? Um, which would, what is that? Did that jump out the box? It looked like it jumped out the box. I'm gonna just put these back in with the frames. So, in answer to that question, for me personally, the first time I did this puzzle, I mixed it. And the reason I didn't sort the frames along with the portraits is because it would have just been too much sorting ahead of time. 9,000 pieces, it's a lot of sorting. So I left those till later to minimize the sorting. This time around, I could have done that. But with sorting, this time I pretty much ran out of time. I only really had time to do. I did a fairly thorough sort, but I didn't. I had the live stream sort of looming, and I just didn't really have time. So I don't know why people generally don't, but my personal reasoning is just too much sorting ahead of time, or not enough time to do the sort. So it's just separating the sorting out across the build and doing some of it later on, so I can just get building is for me preferable. But I mean, some people enjoy sorting, so you know, no doubt there are people out there that would do it that way, and it would be very satisfying to do the whole portrait with the frame, each one. I think that would be quite satisfying, but it's just no, I just can't face that much sorting. It's just not something I enjoy doing. So that's the answer to that question. Hopefully you're watching, Peggy, or you will watch, and you'll know that I did read your comment. I just haven't got around to answering it yet, but there's your answer. So you do the floor. Glenda says floor. Rose, I think floor is winning this one. Yes, it does seem to be, doesn't it? It does seem to be. Well, I've done the ceiling. Why not the floor? Why not the floor? Anyway, I'm very, very happy with progress on that. I think it's coming along really, really nicely. So thank you so much for watching along and sticking with me while I reached my goal for today. Portraits and ceiling. um, thank you for that. Again, just to reiterate, I have put a post up, well, a couple of posts actually, over in my YouTube post tab. So have a look at those. One of them just explains a bit about my videos and kind of what I'm planning in the coming weeks. I will not be able to get a video out tomorrow on the downtown puzzle, but my hope is to get one out next Sunday. Maybe do a premiere and do my part three. It's coming along very nicely. The editing is coming along very nicely. I just have a little bit more puzzling to do on it, and hopefully I can get it done for next Sunday. So hopefully you'll be looking forward to that. I'll be back on Thursday with the City Vibes puzzle, the round pomegranate that I started last Thursday. I'll be back for that. I'll be doing my live streams all as normal, and we'll possibly start to do some extra live streams for sorting the around the world puzzle. A lot of people have suggested that I do that, and I have to say, I really appreciate all of your kind of consideration as to how difficult, but just how time consuming that is. And thoughts to Sam as well, who has the same thing to do. So maybe hopefully Sam can do a bit with us too, and we'll have some company while we do it. But I may well get some more live streams out where I sort the around the world puzzle. If you're up for joining me for that and chatting away with me, and we'll get the buzz going and the hype going about around the world again, because that is a big thing coming up. Puzzle camp. Oh, I'm so excited. All right. So I will see you next week. I'll see you on Thursday for my next live stream. I'll be back with this next Saturday, and keep an eye out for a downtown video, hopefully next week on Sunday. And yeah, thanks again. Please leave a like, everyone, if you enjoyed the stream. And I will see you next time. Goodbye. Happy puzzling. Oh, yes, happy Mother's Day for those who have Mother's Day tomorrow, whatever part of the world you're in. It isn't here. It isn't Mother's Day here, but happy Mother's Day to all of those for whom it is. All right.